Talking hoops here on the Mediacom Cougars Coaches Show with Coach Mike Davis, Columbia College Lady Cougars. Off to a 4-4 start.
Don't say that, Cosmo. I don't even like hearing that. Don't say it.
I know. But take us through a little bit of the ebb and flow of, first of all, real quick, going back a little bit to transition, not only transitioning with all the new faces, but you personally transitioning from being coach and dad to being just coach again after Whitney graduating and the group of girls that she had last year. A little different mindset, I guess.
I've had a number of people ask about the dynamics of that relationship of coaching, your child. And actually, when we were recruiting Whitney and talking to her, and a lot of people said, well, are you going to recruit her? And, the common line I always had, well, would I recruit her if she was not my daughter? And, I would, so it made an easy decision to make that. But, she came in and really the dynamics were very easy for me. Now, she can only speak for her end of it that way. But I think we had a great group of young ladies during the time she was here that had great work ethic, wanted to have success, and it was everyone going in the same direction. So that was a pretty seamless entry right there. I think for our situation right now, we have a lot of those players who had been such a big part of this program for a number of years. Rachel Oswald, who was a 3-time All-American, and Whitney Whittem and Whitney Davis, who were just such pillars of this program for a bunch of years. And then, last year we had Veronica Smith come in, who was a newcomer of the year in the conference, and great talent transferring in from Arkansas State. So 4 extremely talented players that left a huge void. Our returning players who are coming back in, they're trying to fill that, but we're having to do it with new people as well. So there's been a great change, but that brings energy to it as well. Having some new people and different people doing different things brings an energy back into the program.
Some new challenges, and with the record that it is, I won't say the numbers, but you've gone through a 3-game winning streak and a 3-game losing streak. With those losses, combined only by 10 points. Some heartbreaking losses with those 4. Let's go with we'll start with the bad side and go with the losing streak first. Take us through a little bit about the challenges of battling through that.
Well, I always tell people coaches are responsible for last-second losses. So right now I'm 0-3 as a coach. We have two losses by 1 and 1 by 2 points. All 3 of the games came down to shots at the end, whether we make a shot or the other team makes a shot as to what happens. I think part of that's having the new players. But, there's no excuses for it. At the end of the day, you either get a win or you get a loss. And it's not how many points it is or who's playing or what age you are. And I think that's a great thing about our program. Even our players who are here, they're new or young or whatever else, we're expecting to have success. And it's something we're working really hard. Matter of fact, I have my practice clothes on right now. So when I leave here, we're right back into the gym. But I think that's part of what's expected there. Whether it's new or whatever else, hey, we're out there to win ball games and have success, and that's the Columbia College way.
And with the new group of a new team, really, with these kind of games that are challenges ahead, you get ready for conference play when it really matters with that conference record.
Well, it does. It gets you ready, and the biggest struggles we've had have been on the road with some of those last-second losses. And I don't think there's character building or moral victories or things like that. But I think this group's had their feet to the fire pretty early. We've played some really good teams. I mean, we've traveled on the road and played the number 9 team in the country and seen good teams. And boy, we have a great schedule coming up right now. As a matter of fact, we have one more road game at Peru State Saturday, and then we have a series of home games with some really good teams. So, we're being tested, and that will get us ready for the conference season and postseason, and you hope a lot of growth takes place between now and then.
When you talked about that, we'll go to the winning streak with the 3 included in there was the knockoff win of Freed-Hardeman at number 9 in the country at that time. A big win for you guys on the road at their place. That's a huge victory for this young team.
That's a great win. Freed-Hardeman was number 9 in the preseason poll, and actually the week prior to playing us had beaten the number 5 team and 8 team and 12 team in the country. So a very legitimate ranking that they had and a good ball club, and our young ladies went there to Tennessee, and I always tell people, we slipped in, beat them, and slipped out. They never let them know what hit them. But, I think our girls went in there and did some really good things. I think maybe probably the highest level that we've competed at. Maybe not the best level we've played, but sometimes it's how you compete. And we really played in a good way, finished the game in the great way. Rebounding, dirty work, made free throws. And, they're not all ones you want to show to a recruit. They're not all beautiful games.
Sure.
But sometimes you just go do the dirty work and get yourself a win.
And a lot of times the basic fundamentals, like you said, it's amazing how simple it is, but ultimately at the end that leads to so many.
And, it's the same whether it's junior high basketball, whether it's high school, whether it's us. The pros, it gets pretty simple sometimes what you have to do. You have to guard somebody, you have to grab some rebounds, and sooner or later somebody has to put that ball in the basket.
One of those losses at home was to Peru State. They're your next opponent. We'll touch on that a little bit, maybe a chance to return the favor and a little revenge matchup, and then a nice
Well,
long...
on a scenic trip to Peru, Nebraska, too. I mean, who wouldn't want to go there in early December?
We'll talk more about the upcoming schedule of the Cougars. Plenty of chances over this next month for you to go check out the girls at home at the Southwell Complex. Huge slate of games after this road trip to Nebraska. We'll touch on that and preview the rest of the season coming up and talk about some of the players as well. Here on the MediaCom Coaches Show, Columbia College Cougars, talking with Coach Mike Davis.